Thanks for that, Poonam. Ravikant Bhat also joining us. Ravikant, a little bit of nervousness ahead of these numbers while we're expecting, as Poonam said, a better quarter. The markets won't like any surprises. What's your view with regards to, whether it be the slippages, the GNPAs, on account of any write-offs? What are the kind of numbers you're watching out for?
Starting with GNPAs, we are expecting the slippages to be slightly higher than what they reported in Q4. So we are looking around 81 billion of slippages, and of course, like Poonam mentioned, we also are expecting the reductions to be driven primarily by write-offs, though on a year-on-year basis, and again on a full-year basis for FY21 we are actually expecting the write-off intensity to come off. In FY18 as well as FY19 the write-offs were on the higher side, and particularly in Q4 because of the aging provisions, which led to higher provisions on some of the NCLT cases. So I think that intensity should come off, but broadly, since there haven't been any major resolutions, we don't expect resolutions per se to drive reductions in gross NPAs in this quarter. Coming to earnings, we are expecting a profit of 25.5 billion, and but as far as the top line, the middle line numbers are concerned, we are broadly, I think, where Poonam mentioned, around 7% growth in NII, and so other income might have some variation given the fact that there were some higher fee recoveries in Q4. So on a sequential basis, we are going to see a sharp decline in other income. There were a couple of fee items in Q4, notably the loan processing fees, as well as fees which SBI charges on locker rent, etc., which had seen a sharp uptick in Q4. So that should come off and should therefore bring down the other income broadly to their quarterly rate of around 87 odd billion rupees. So that's where we are on the core earnings and on the asset quality.
Given the kind of bullishness the street has had for ICICI Bank, Axis, while Axis may have disappointed in the quarterly numbers, and for that matter SBI as well, if it turns out to be an inline set from SBI, what kind of a move do you see in the stock price given the kind of market environment? And if indeed it's a beat, would it be a case then for a re-rating in SBI?
Well, of course, if it goes without saying that if it's a beat, the stock is going to see a quick up move. Last year, if you recall, SBI started FY19 with a slippage guidance of 420 billion, and they bettered it they closed the year with 400 odd billion of slippages. So I think there's some credible performance over there, and if you follow that up with a beat on earnings and with the commentary that basically reiterates the resolution and expected recoveries in the due course of the year, then this stock is definitely going to make an up move from current levels.
Right. Ravikant, I just wanted to understand, now when you're looking at the banking numbers, the banking commentary, what is the sense that you get? Every bank is getting a different sort of a commentary, every bank has different sort of issues, which was not the case in the last 5-6 years?
Well, that is the case. So until I think, let's say even last quarter, you had a clear distinction between private and public banks, and what distinguishes between Q4 and Q1 now is the fact that you have had private banks also reporting stress and making some sort of or delivering some sort of commentary that basically indicates that you will have to live with some elevated levels of stress in near term, but possibly manageable. Talking of smaller banks, we have had problem accounts with a few of them, and you happen to mention, Axis Bank had also a little bit slippage. So I think that's been one of the distinguishing factor. There have been issues with respect to asset quality, and commentaries also specifically with respect to issues in MSME. So here on there is likely to be a more sharper scrutiny and possibly more questions being asked as to how this trajectory is going to evolve, along with the questions on growth.
Right. So, how would you look at, all the promoter pledge issue that is coming in, all the promoter level debt that banks are talking about, and that's been the new thing. Do you expect it to play out in a much worse manner? Because, to get disclosures on those fronts, unlisted companies, what promoters have taken, sometimes becomes quite difficult to analyze.
Well, yes, I think this has been largely a post-facto analysis, and as accounts have got reported, newer things have come to light, and which is why I think you have seen a sudden valuation meltdown in certain stocks. So, going forward, I think it's going to be a slight difficult for valuation recovery also, because as you mentioned, digging out this information and this kind of information tends to be low. I mean, the pledges are known, but as far as the unlisted companies are concerned, like it happened in case of a more recent company, it tends to be more of a post-facto analysis, and so this might have some bearing on the performance of companies as well as the valuations.
Ravikant, great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for analyzing what to expect from SBI. This is surely going to be that one big market moving earnings, hopefully on the positive side, that's going to come out during market hours itself. A quick look at what the market is up to. By the way, back at the day's lows.